Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Langley Events Centre. This evening, we welcome the UBC Thunderbirds as they take on the home team, your Trinity Western University Spartans. Fans, please take note of this evening's lineup changes. Not dressing this evening for the UBC Thunderbirds, number 10, Logan Doust. Number 29, Kyle McNabb. Number 8, Chris Kobelka. Number 31, Doran Ludding. Number 17, Liam Kindry. Number 28, Nolan Dillingham. And number 39, Alex Enriquelio. Not dressing for the Spartans, number 35, Raphael Adet. Number 7, Leclayton Fury. Number 10, Jonathan Grant. Number 17, Artem Papajotsky. Number 19, Mikhailo Sinjak. Number 22, Adam Oates. Number 25, Ricard Lemanis. And number 43, Jesse Pomeroy. Fans, the officials for tonight's matchup are referees Stephen Campbell and Jake Bernerin, with and on the lines Brendan Walker and Nick Avenatti. Fans, it's now time to meet the starting lineup, beginning with the UBC Thunderbirds. Starting in goal, number 33, Brett Mirald. At left wing, number 34, Sasha Matala. At center, number 4, Ty Thorpe. At right wing, number 25, Jacob Wright. At defense, number 9, Matthew Smith. And also at defense, number 27, Connor McDonald. UBC Thunderbirds are coached by head coach Sven Bujajan. And now, fans, it's time to meet your starting lineup for your Trinity Western University Spartans. Starting in goal from Linz, Austria, number 31, Leon Summers. At left wing, number 24, Michael Spatford. Starting at center from Montreal, Quebec, number 20, Mateo Lamoureux. At right wing, number 93 from Calgary, Alberta, Luke Spadafora. Starting at defense, number 11 from Garyville, Saskatchewan, Cade McMillan. And also at defense from Victoria, British Columbia, number 94, Zach Whitaker. Fans, your bench boss for your Spartans is head coach Ben Walter. Welcome to the ice, your Trinity Western University Spartans.
Strong and free, from far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Hello and welcome inside Langley Events Centre. We have the UBC Thunderbirds here at LEC visiting the home team, of course, the Trinity Western University Spartans. I'm Andrew Savory on the call tonight. Thank you so much for joining us for Canada West TV action presented by BioSteel. We have the Thunderbirds, the perennial powerhouse, of course, coming in. Canada West reigning champions with a 10-5 record. And one shootout loss to their name. And we also have the Spartans at 2-13 and one overtime loss to their name. And here we go, kicking things off early. That's an early stop from who else but Leon Sommer, the stronghold in net for the Spartans. He is known for standing on his head at times, but as we were saying, the Spartans fighting for seeding heading into the holidays here. They are fourth in the West Division of Canada West with a 2-13 and one overtime loss record for 5 points. And here we go. Early action in the first period. Another shot on goal. Good early action for the Spartans. That one's gloved down, for the Thunderbirds, gloved down by Sommer. The Thunderbirds are maintaining possession in the offensive zone. Their special teams, of course, known for orchestrating great things. Perennial leading scorers such as Sam Huo, Sasha Mutala, always dangerous. Have to be careful here. On the draw for UBC is Ty Thorpe. He wins it.
Fans, your Spartans from the Langley Events Centre would like to remind you that the puck may leave the ice surface and enter the stands at any time. Please make sure you follow the play to help avoid any potential injury. Does a good job keeping possession for a bit. Still in the Spartans' defensive zone. Great forecheck here from the Thunderbirds. It's going to be flipped up and off the boards from the Spartans, courtesy of Dane Dubois. That one's going to be icing, going to go back the other end, so good early pressure here from the Thunderbirds. Coming in, they got hot, started the season a little bit shaky, of course, platooning between two goalies, and Brett Meerwald, who gets the start for the Thunderbirds. He has a 3-3 record, no stranger to these parts, former Vancouver Giant, and getting the start for the Spartans, like we said, Leon Sommer. Spartans winning the draw, going to try and slap it over the boards, kept in for a moment, still in. Thunderbirds with a great early press. Dubois tries to get it out. He does. Spartans looking for a line change. They're going to get it. Here's Sadra Kang. Dumps it in for Sommer. He has to make a move and play it. Thunderbirds still keeping it alive. Try to centering pass. It doesn't go. And here come the Spartans. Thunderbirds recover. Good pressure from the Spartans in response, keeping it in. Two Spartans down there fighting for it. Thunderbirds tying them up.
Back to the point again. Here's a little wrister. It's wide. Good look there for Skylar Cameron. Thunderbirds are going to get a quick change, and here's Cameron. He's going to reset. Spartans going to change as well. And here we go with speed. Number 24, Spafford. Leads this team, the Spartans, in penalty minutes. He can mix it up. Has some offensive polish, too. That one looks like it's going to be icing. Going to go back into the Thunderbird zone. Spartans with a bit of a response, not registering a shot on goal quite yet, but Skylar Cameron with an early look from the point. Like we said, the Thunderbirds got hot on a 6-game win streak. It's an 8-game losing streak for the Spartans, looking to end off 2024 on a winning note, get back in the win column. Got blown out by Calgary last Friday, but only lost the Saturday night game 3-2 against the Dinos, one of the best teams in Canada West. And here come the Thunderbirds. Little move over the line, incoming in, glove down. That was a nice-looking shot from Sam
Applewood
Huo.
Auto Group is a proud
One of the best scorers in this
Trinity
team,
Western
leads the
University
Thunderbirds in
Spartans.
power play
The
goals
Applewood
with
team of
4
experts is here
power
for
play
all your
goals this
automotive
season.
needs, from a simple oil
But Leon
change,
Sommer
winter
up to the
tires, or
task.
helping you drive away in
Depth
the perfect
left hand.
vehicle.
It's gonna
With
be a
11
face-off.
convenient locations to serve you, you know it's all good at Applewood.
Taking this one for the Thunderbirds. It's going to be Scott Atkinson lining up opposite him for the Spartans. Here we are on the point. Smith, Rissick, good block there. And here come the Thunderbirds once more, making a little move. Has to go out to the outside there. Spartans trying to get it out. Little pass. Almost off and running were the Spartans, but crowd and taken there by the Thunderbirds. Smith over to Atkinson. Over to the captain. Spartans slap that one out. Fuller, he's going to go back. Summer plays it back to Fuller. Both teams changing here, resetting. Just over 3 minutes into this first period. Thunderbirds with a couple opportunities to offensively orchestrate, nothing doing thanks to Leon Sommer, who's faced the most shots on goal this year in Canada West. And there's Mutala, lifting note toe drag, almost gets a great look. Stopped by Sommer though. A little behind the back through the legs move from Mutala. He's got some flair in his game. Here come the Thunderbirds, resetting once more. No one knew where it was for a moment. Looks like it's going to be called offside there. Coming in was number 25, Jacob Wright, who's leading the Thunderbirds in both plus minus and goals scored this year. 9 goals to lead the UBC team, and he's a plus 14. Always a threat. Have to know wherever he is on the ice. Game in, game out, Jake Wright. Here's Lee. Glove down by Sommer again. Shot starting to rack up in favor of the Thunderbirds. So right now for the Spartans, whenever they do have an opportunity to win, a lot of the time it's due to a great forecheck, the ability to kill off power plays, and also the stellar play of Leon Sommer. Known for standing in his head, and again, one of the key players on this Trinity Western University Spartans team. And for Sommer, in his second year, previously played with the Steel Wings. He's from Linz, Austria, coming over here to Langley. And last year, he had a great 2-game stretch where throughout the season, he actually earned Canada West Player of the Week, men's hockey honors, and the same honor at the U Sports national level. So one of the stellar goalies in the entire conference, but also all of U Sports hockey, Leon Sommer. Huge building block for head coach Ben Walter, who's in his 4th season with the Spartans. Trying to help develop this team. It's coming together. Losing a few players this year, of course, to graduation or otherwise. One of which was a key piece, Tanner Hops. He was tied for scoring last year for the Spartans, 15 points with Dane Dubois. Dubois scoring down a little bit this year, but still contributing. Leading scorer for the team, of course, right now is Christian Lowe for the Spartans, having a great year. Right now, the officials talking this one over. Looks like they're making sure if everything's okay with the netting. Looks like we're going to be okay here to resume action. Into the face-off circle for the Thunderbirds, number 14, Josh Williams. And for Trinity Western, number 21, Jeremy Klessens. Thunderbirds win the draw. It's out. 2-on-1 near opportunity for the Spartans. It doesn't go, and here's Lee into the zone. Good back check from the Spartans. It's recovered. Flipped up and out. Thunderbirds are back to grab it quickly. Johnny Lambos over to Williams. Williams wrapping it back around. And here come the Spartans off the official for a moment, taking a little bit of steam from the Thunderbirds there. Wismer was trying to make a break, and here's Williams. Crosses ice to Wismer. Does not go. Into the board play. Nice little pass there. Center nearly in front. Goes through a bunch of legs. Thunderbirds didn't have a body in front of the net. Rask was hunting for it. And here come the Spartans. Skylar Cameron fighting down low. Just trying to reset and get it out. They're going to do so. Here comes TWU. Great little check there. Stopping him was Matthew Smith. Spartans are going to keep it in again. The Thunderbirds are able to recover. 5 minutes gone here in this first period of play. Here to reset is Smith. Over to his assistant captain, Connor McDonald. Forecheck works. Huo bats it in. He's going back in front. He's got a couple hat tricks to his name throughout his U Sports career. Huo, who else? Always a pest for the net. He's got a nose for scoring. Sam Huo. And here come the Spartans. That one's broken up. Such a great defense, UBC. Oh, back in front quickly. Spartans unable to recover as it batted around and bounced back right into the crease. Here comes Kang. Making a move. Nice little centering pass. Quick backhand. It goes wide. Thunderbirds with a chance there. But off the boards for the Spartans. Here comes Farron. Looks to get it on net. And there, didn't know where it was for a moment. Brett Meerwald clipped him on the shoulder and almost went in. That's the best chance of the game early for the Trinity Western Spartans. Back and forth we go. Here comes Sadra Kang. Whips it around, kept in there. Forecheck once again in effect for the Thunderbirds. Lee corrals it. He's going to reverse it with Atkinson. Whipped around. Spartans just trying to get it out of their zone here. Recently having their best chance of the game. Tapped out for a second, still kept in play by Lee. Great job there, pressuring him was Spadafora. Number 93 in blue for Trinity Western. Back come the Thunderbirds, a little dump and chase. Spartans, good defense so far. Just trying to get it in, but playing it off his teammate there. There's Douglas, makes a move. Doesn't know where the puck is, neither do the Spartans. Douglas looking for it, he gets it again. He was looking for his defensive counterpart, Smith. It's recovered by the Spartans. Dangerous pass in front, doesn't do any damage. Klessens, did he get a piece of it? It's not going to matter. Meerwald Hada came out to play it. Here comes Mutala, burst of speed. That's going to be off a stick. Good job by Whitaker. Sticking a poke out there and deflecting it out of play. 12:26 left to go here in this first period for the Spartans. UBC's had some pressure, but as we watch this video replay, a great early look for the Spartans as Klessens was breaking down the wing. Throwing that one off the shoulder of number 33, Brett Meerwald, former Vancouver Giant, WHL goaltender of the year. Very familiar with this building. He's had some great moments. Pressured Everett in the WHL playoffs last year. Wasn't able to pull it out. Easy decision for him to stay home, and here we go. Here's Dubois back to the point. Dubois, he's cutting in. He's open. Doesn't find the pass. He's going to instead screen. Working around the point. Spartans trying to reset. And here come the Thunderbirds. 3-on-2 opportunity. Here we go. Here's Mutawa. That one's going to be called back offside. Thunderbirds had numbers there. It was a 3-on-2. It was threatening. But the Spartans able to get back and thwart that offensive opportunity. Still scoreless, just over 8 minutes into this first period of play. Full line change for the Spartans and a much needed breather. Pressure starting to build here early. But the Spartans doing a good job of avoiding surrendering the first goal of this game. Into the face-off circle there is Mateo Lamoureux, winning it for TWU. Dumping it in. Back to play it is Lee. And here comes UBC. Head of steam. Lambos. Tipped pass in front. There it goes. Glove down by Sommer. Lambos was coming in. He was looking at the net. Head up the whole way. Trying to go across center ice. Instead, ends up in the glove of Sommer. He's going to bring that one down for a face-off in the offensive zone. For those who want to stick around Langley this weekend, of course, please join us tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. puck drop. It's the women's team facing off against UBC as well. That's going to be a great one, so please come on out. Kept in the offensive zone for UBC. Reset. Here come the Spartans, able to get it out. Quickly tipped there as Landon Fuller is trying to start the offensive attack for Trinity. And here we go. Head of steam, Williams makes a move. Almost gets it back. Kept alive, though, for a moment. Here come the Spartans. They're going to reset. And Smith, he's going to lead the attack for UBC. Over to his counterpart, Rask. Takes a nice hit there from Dubois. Thwarts it for a moment, but it's still kept in. And UBC, they got a man in front. Oh, Rask, he was searching. And here we go. Looking for the top corner there. UBC unable to get it to go. Here we are, Trinity Western still on side, makes a move. Dubois, many moves, doesn't go. Last line of defense there was Smith. Stopping last year's leading scorer for the Spartans in his tracks in Dubois. Spartans, great pressure in front, still behind the net, but UBC's going to regain possession here. Up the ice quickly, Smith. Little dump and chase action into the corner. Gonna have to be played quick there for the Spartans, and up to the task was Jurgenite. Back in we go. Lots of speed for UBC. Latimer, so quick, so crafty. Dangerous moments there and a near breakaway opportunity for the Spartans. This one's going to be called back as icing. Latimer was able to break in. Several players in the offensive zone there for UBC. As Latimer and his counterpart, Huo, we're looking to do some damage, be the first ones on the board for the Thunderbirds. Quick opportunity to talk this one over.
Spartan women's hockey is home tomorrow night, also facing the UBC Thunderbirds with a 7
play
p.m.
here,
puck
but
drop.
so far so good
Spartans
for
and
Trinity
the
Western
Teamers
again.
are partnering
The
at their
2-13 record so
donations
far.
and toys
2
for the
wins,
Langley
13
Christmas-
losses, 1
Christmas
overtime
Parade.
loss. UBC
Bring a new
10-5 and 1
or show
shootout
your
loss
donation
as we
receipt
take you
at the
around
door
the Canada
to gain
West
free admission.
standings.
Come join
Number
these
1 in the
crosstown
West is
rivals
Mount Royal.
tomorrow as they
They're
partner
12-4
together
in
support of the
16
local
games
community.
played.
That's
Right
tomorrow
behind
night,
them, though, is
December
UBC.
6th.
Calgary's at 10-5, knotted with UBC, so there is some seeding that they're playing for. And in case you weren't watching, last year UBC actually, earlier in 2024, last season of course, won their first Canada West title in 53 years, defeating Calgary in that title game to advance to the U Sports University Cup. That's their final championship. They lost in that opening round of the championship against number 6 McGill. UBC was the 3 seed, but it was a big moment for this Thunderbirds program. For the Spartans, only been in Canada West a couple of years, but they're developing, they're growing, gaining traction in the community. Lots of players coming from out here in the Fraser Valley. That one's going to be tipped out of play. It's going to stay in the zone as the Spartans forechecker Michael Spafford was able to tip that one out as the shot came in from the point. But with Trinity Western, Their lone 2-game winning streak of this season came earlier against Regina. Looking to get back in that win column. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds. And here we go again. Here we are. Looking for an attack. Dumped back in. The Spartans trying to keep it. There's a stick on the ice. Got to be careful not to hit that one. Cedric King quickly back in front. Kidalik. Oh, dangerous looking shot there. Banned on the ouch pass, and here we go. Oh, nearly a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Spartans. Spudafora was looking to jump back into the rush. Bouncing around a bit. Here's Latimer. WHL product. Burst of steam. Nifty little move from Latimer. Dancing around the Spartans defense. Puck on a string right now. Watch Latimer go. And here we are for UBC. Back to lead, the D-man. Working around, that's a shot on net. It goes wide. Might have hit a stick. Spartans have to get this one out. They do. Cross-ice pass. Spatafora. Dumped right in there. And the Spartans keep it in. They do. Still on the forecheck. Oh, near centering ice pass. Doesn't go. Blocker save there. Or who else? But basically a local in Brett Meerwald, playing a great year with the Giants last season. And here's an offensive opportunity, nearly there. The rebound squirted back out in front. Wasn't able to get it to go, fanning on the shot there. Thunderbirds were threatening. And here we go, quickly back up at the ice. UBC starting to look comfortable, unable to tip that one in there. Was number 18, James Form. Might have been the best offensive opportunity of the game for the Thunderbirds as the shot came in and Leon Sommer let that rebound back out. But you know what? Unable to get on a stick on it was, as we watched the replay, James Form. Ooh, great job by Trinity Western lifting the stick there as Form was looking to slap that rebound back in. Smith. Gonna wait for his team to set up here. Quickly up to Atkinson. That one's stolen away there by Sammy May, former Vancouver Giant as well, Richmond native. He split a little bit of time between the forward and the defensive positions this year, but we have it on good authority. He likes to play the defensive side most. Spartans with a quick steal, but stolen back there. As Christian Lowe is forward checking, the leading scorer for this Spartans squad. Can he do some damage tonight? Kept alive. Still in the offensive zone. Cedric King backhands it back in. Ends up on the stick of the Thunderbirds. Looking for a centering ice pass. It's going to spill out on the other side. Spartans get out of the zone. Going to call for a change. As Dubois hops off. Cedric King bats it back in. Lots of pressure from UBC right now. The forecheck's in effect. Cedric King's got time, space, shoots it on net. That's a wide open net right there in the first goal of the game for Sasha Mutala. A Cedric King threw a bouncing puck on net. Tough to control for Leon Sommer. And who else but Sasha Mutala leading this team in points per game. Entering this one with 4 goals to his name and 14 assists. That's going to be his 5th goal of the season for Sasha Mutala. And the Thunderbirds strike first at the 6:55 mark of this one. Mutala, in his 3rd year, Sauder School of Business product, Vancouver, BC native. Formerly with Tri-City in the WHL. Helping his Thunderbirds strike first. Back again is UBC, lots of steam. They say when it rains, it pours, and right now they're looking to get back on the scoring zone again. But can the Spartans respond? They've levied the storm so far, allowing 1 goal in this first period. Several UBC attacks, but here's the Thunderbirds back again. Head of steam there. Sasha Mutala, when he gets going, tough to stop. Centering ice pass. Ooh, close one there, but still kept alive and back out to the point for the Thunderbirds. Another bouncing puck. The D-men for the Thunderbirds so good at finding their way to shoot through traffic. And the Thunderbirds players, their forwards, always screening Sommer, making it tough for one of the best goalies in Canada West to keep an eye on that puck. Quickly back up the ice there. Dumped back in by Lee.
UBC
Sommer tries
goal,
to stop it. He
his
can't do
fourth
so.
of the season, scored by number 34, Sasha Matala. Assisted by number 25, Jacob Wright, and number 41,
over to
Caden
Williams.
Sadrakan.
He's dancing
Time
around,
goal,
puck in a strick. Josh
13:05.
Williams.
Matala, his fourth
Back
of the
to Whisper.
season. Assisted by Wright
Over to
and
Rask.
Sadrakan.
Rask back to Lee.
13:05.
Taking pressure there from the Spartans. And it's going to be reset here for a moment as Lambeau spats it back in. And here we are. Williams, little 360 move. How do you do? Off the pad on the backhand. Sommer was up to the task, saw that one the entire way. Great save from the Austrian. Kept alive there by Smith. Gloved it down. Dumped back in. Rask. So good at operating behind the net. Fending off checks. But the Spartans are able to recover. Playing a little bit gassed right now. That one's going to be icing. It's going to negate the change. You can see the officials coming over saying, hey, you know what? Hope you enjoy that water break. By having to hop back into the game is Aiden Steinke. You always wonder, you try and sneak off, but if you commit that icing, you can't actually finish off that line change. Draw one by the Thunderbirds. Quickly back. Shot goes wide, tipped off a stick from the Spartans. Great job there. Able to get that one out, and quickly comes Whitaker. Head full of steam, but three Thunderbirds quickly contain him. And back again, here's Huo. We're going to go cross ice. There's a body going to the net. Can't find his teammate, though. And here's another shot on goal. Stick to side. And here we go for the Spartans, trying to make a move in, but UBC's defense, first line of defense, get that one back quickly. Spartans have to make a move. 4 minutes left to play in this first period. Up comes Landon Fuller, going to the net, but over there is Sadra Kang to tip it away. And here comes Latimer. He's got some speed. Little inside-out move, takes some contact, but he's still going off a skate. Corralled quickly by Trinity Western. Christian Lowe was fighting a body, takes a hard hit there. Big check. Number 12, Ben Keon, standing up Christian Lowe. Sadra Kang, big part of that first period goal. Keeping plays alive and getting shots on goal. Spartans just looking to set up here. Shots on goal favoring UBC. Lots of pressure so far in this one. Atkinson. Trying to make a move, unable to create some space, but puck still staying down there right around the hash marks. And it's just going to be dumped out of side. The referees are calling no icing, so Thunderbirds are going to have to play it. And here's Sadra Kang. Up and over, it's onside. Centering pass, it's not going to go. Dancing around, oh, wide open in front of the crease! Who else but Sasha Mutala at the forecheck, paying off for the Thunderbirds. And quickly, it's a 2-0 lead, courtesy the Sasha Mutala effect. Great job on the forecheck there for UBC, stealing the puck. A couple times they had an opportunity to clear it, the Spartans, but UBC was able to steal it away. And the cross-ice pass and the one-timer, Sasha Mutala knows exactly what to do with that one. Leon Sommer unable to get over fast enough. Quickly one-timed into the back of the net. And with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this first period, UBC starting to find its rhythm. And for Mutala, quickly up to 20 points on the season. That one's going to go wide. Still kept alive there by Lee. It's going to go out of bounds, though. Off the stick of Jeremy Klessens. And last weekend for UBC, they faced Manitoba. We mentioned earlier that in the midst of an 8-game slide, Trinity Western was at Calgary Lost both games last weekend. UBC had the sweep versus Manitoba, and in comes Lee. Ooh, taking a big hit there from May. Wasn't able to get the shot on net to go, but a little bit of knee-on-knee action. And here we go. Here's Williams, inside out, off the outside pad of Sommer. Great save from the Austrian. The Spartans find themselves in an early hole here. They're going to need some big pressure and more time in the offensive zone. Haven't had too many opportunities to make Brett Meerwald work. But you know what? The Spartans have home ice advantage. Lots of hockey left to be played here. Nice toe drag. Great move from Dubois. Tied for the leading scoring on this team last year. As that one's thrown on net, Meerwald blocks it away. Batted down there. Here's Smith looking to reset. Rask. Pass in front of the net. Escapes some danger. Williams. Got his signals crossed there, and quickly comes McDonald. Ooh, taking contact. Little knee-on-knee action. Referee raises his arm, and Sommer's out of the crease. Extra attacker opportunity. Here we go for the Spartans. Ooh, but quickly lifting the stick and regaining possession. And the Spartans are going to head to the power play for the first time tonight. First penalty called of the game, and it's going to go against McDonald. Goalie interference on that one. Number 27, Connor McDonald, just inadvertently wasn't aware of where Leon Sommer was. Got their legs tangled up, and it's going to be 2 minutes of odd-man action in favor of the Spartans, coming at a crucial time when they love to go into the first intermission, only down a goal if they can slap one past Brett Meerwald. Would that be a great way to welcome him back to his former WHL hometown venue? Quickly out for UBC. It's going to be so crucial for that power play to get set up here, as a stick's already lost there. Opportunity to take advantage maybe. And here's Spatafora. He's got space. Throws it on net to... Ooh, good opportunity, but Meerwald chested that one away. Spatafora. A stick had been lost, which might as well be down a man. Can't do much without a stick. Odd man rush. Spatafora, one of the key offensive contributors here for the Spartans, is coming in with speed as Whitaker. And here we go. Here's the box set. Ooh, unable to keep that one down. Has to be careful with it. First man back there. It was number 91 for the Spartans, Christian Lowe. He's been dangerous this year. Leads the team with 15 points per game. Into the zone. Toe drag there. A little bit too fancy. Spartans unable to settle things down. And here comes UBC coming in on net. It's a one-man show, and picking up the play as slapping that one back in, but saved Leon Sommer. My goodness. Burst of speed. Ty Thorpe made 2 moves, drew the penalty. And now as we come into the second period of play, UBC's neutralized that power play. And it's going to be a 4-on-4 game for about 40 seconds. And then there's going to be a power play in favor of UBC in that opening minute when we come back with just 1 second left to play. The odd man rush, the penalty kill, two-way action for UBC. Ty Thorpe, truly a two-way player, generating that penalty to be committed by the Spartans. And that's going to do it for the first period of play. 2-0 UBC, courtesy of Sasha Mutala. Knocking in one of those rebounds and also a little one-timer cross ice. Great start. Lots of hockey left to be played here. You're watching Canada West TV, presented by BioSteel. We'll see you in about 18 minutes or so. Don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome back inside Langley Events Centre. Second period action between the Trinity Western Spartans versus the reigning Canada West champs in the UBC Thunderbirds. Quickly out of the gate to a 2-0 start, courtesy of 2 goals from Sasha Mutala. Looking for his third there, as having to be careful was the Austrian Leon Sommer. But the Spartans are already on the comeback trail, coming in with that 2-13-1 record, looking to play underdog and spoiler, hoping to upset the Thunderbirds heading into the holidays. Here's Mutala. Little touch pass there to Tythorpe. Killing off the end of this penalty. It was 4-on-4 action. And here we go. Extra attacker on the ice. Here's McDonald. And here comes the power play format for UBC, setting up with the extra attacker. 5-on-4. McDonald. Over to Williams. He's got time, space. Williams. Tapped away by Lowe. Regained there for UBC. Cross ice to Williams. Bats that one down. Great hands. Number 14. Always leading the attack. Williams. Cross ice. Near one-timer there as Latimer was threatening. Fans on it though. Latimer looking to make amends. Here's Williams. Back to Latimer. 2-on-1. Quickly there. And centered in front. But there was Lowe able to sweep it away. And gets that backhand out for a second. About to be back at full strength once again are the Spartans. Couple seconds left in this penalty kill, and there's the one-timer. Blocker save by Sommer. Cross ice pass and slapped in for the Thunderbirds, but Sommer was up to it. And here's Williams. Time, space, over to McDonald. To Latimer, operating in front, poked away quickly there. Smacked back. The Thunderbirds really threatening as McKillen was unable to clear for the Spartans. Out in front to Williams. Didn't quite expect it. And now an errant pass is going to kill the rest of this power play opportunity for the Thunderbirds. And here we go. Quickly on the break. Here we go. And he scores! A shot and a goal from Jeremy Klessens. He's been threatening tonight. And you know what? Try, and try again. Jeremy Klessens able to find the corner there. It's 3-0. Not on the power play as it had just expired, but a little bit of lack of communication there for the Spartans, who also tried to change, and Jeremy Klessens found himself all alone as the beneficiary. Great goal for number 21, the forward. Now the lead becomes a little bit larger for UBC. First time that they're playing Trinity Western this year. They'll meet later this season, of course. No, actually, they met earlier in October on the 16th and 18th. Oh, Huo blowing a tire, coming there on Sumer. And Sommer up to the task. Huo, little shot there, looking to go 5-hole on the Austrian. He says, no, sir. Great save from Leon. Spartans unable to get anything orchestrated early in the second period. 3 minutes into the second frame. And here comes UBC in with the head of steam backhand. Leon Sommer once again thwarting the attack from Huo. And that was the 9th of the season for Jeremy Klessens. Looks like he drew a penalty there as the Spartans are going to make their way back. Nope, no penalty called there. Looks like it was a clean play. Well, looks like it is. A trip and a hook there. It's going to be called against Tian Rask. He's going to head back to the penalty box, and it's going to be the second power play of the game for the Spartans. Leading power play goal scorer for Trinity Western with 3 is Luke Spatafora. Team lead. 8 goals on the regular season, 3 of which coming with the extra man. Luke Spatafora, can he help the Spartans get back in this one? It's not an insurmountable lead quite yet. We'll see what they can muster. Here they are breaking into the zone. Lamoureux dumping it in. That's not going to be good enough, but it's kept alive. Ooh, tightly there. Spartans, they can go cross ice. Christian Lowe, he's out, waiting for it at the face-off circle. Operating. Gets it back behind the net. Lowe looking for a pass. Here's Whitaker on the point. Thrown on net, but stopped there. Meerwald blocks it aside. And that's going to be cleared in Sommer. We're going to play with it quick. Time left in the penalty, and here's Lamoureux. He's got time and space. 1 minute, 10 seconds left in the power play. Lamoureux taking his defender to the ice. Scrummed around a little bit. Whitaker, he's got it. Pass back in front. Here come the Spartans. Can they make something of it? Whitaker still regaining control. The press looking great for Trinity Western. Spilled back there. Nearly taking a tripping penalty, but Whitaker can't quite keep it in. The Thunderbirds unable to get the change that they so desperately need. They're looking for it. Spartans keeping an eye on it. And here we go. Here's Lowe still on the ice in this one. One of the most dangerous skaters on the rink for the Spartans. But here we go. Lowe wide in front. He scores! Christian Lowe wide open in the slot as the Spartans were unable to clear it. The backhand tried to clear the zone. Tapped back down, and after being fanned on, and Christian Lowe, the marksman, knows exactly what to do with that. Leading this team in scoring with 15 points, 7 goals, 8 assists. Now he's knotted. 8 goals, 8 assists. What a goal. Christian Lowe. Didn't have a lot of time to operate. Former Port Moody product coming out of Heritage Woods. Former Kodiak in his second year with the Spartans. Huge jump forward for the sophomore. Now all of a sudden it's 3-1. This game a little bit more back within reach. The Spartans have been effective on the power play this year, and proving why on that one there. And here we go. When you score, there's usually a little bit more energy back in your step. Trinity Western right now looking to work their way back into this one. It's a 2-goal deficit. 15 minutes and 6 seconds left to play in the second period. And you know what? Spartans, if they chip away at this, take it 1 goal at a time, this could be a fun one down the stretch, as head coach Ben Walter liked what he saw from the Spartans on that last power play. And for UBC, head coach Sven, in his 9th season with the Thunderbirds, that early exit last year at Nationals, they would like to see nothing except for the hardware, the National Championship trophy at the end of this season. They had such a great year last year. Overall, going 22-4-1-1. That 1-1 in overtime loss and a shootout loss. This year coming in with that 10-5-0-1 record, as they've kind of like platooned it with their goalies a bit, going back and forth between the WHL goaltender of the year, Brett Meerwald, and also scratch tonight, of course, one of the best goalies in all of Canada West, in Cole Schwebus. He's been hot. Schwebus having a great start to this year. And here we go for the Spartans. Spafford tapping it around. Some early pressure there. Spadafora. Spafford and Spadafora tipped away. That one goes wide. And the Thunderbirds trying to handle the pressure from the Spartans, who are playing with a little bit more speed right now, finding the open ice, looking to reset here. Oh, and a little fan pass there. And here we go. Back and forth action as Mutala says, you know what? I preferred this game when it was 3-0. Let's see what I can do about it. Spartans trying to get that one in. Lost in the skates for a second. They're going to reset. Here's McMillan. Over to Whitaker. Little spinorama, and that one's up ice. And here we go. Low, time, space, toe drag, and there we go! What a move! Christian Lowe. The toe drag, the pass, the finish, and Christian Lowe finding his teammate on the wing. What a beautiful goal and a connection to Connor Farron. That is a thing of beauty and something to marvel at. Here we go. Toe drag, polish, finish, little sauce, little finish. Connor Farron, courtesy of Lowe. And like we said, 3-2 here at Langley Events Centre. You're watching Canada West TV, presented by BioSteel. Could this one be a thriller? Not quite a comeback yet. Still another goal to try and regain from the Spartans, but 2 goals in just a couple minutes' time. What a start to the second frame. With a little bit of Port Moody flair. And you know what? Leave Lowe back on the ice, looking to do damage again, but it's stripped away. And here comes Williams, tapped in. That one goes wide, but here's Williams. He's got time and space. He's going to pass it off to Lambos. Oh, and here we go. Low. Little touch pass. 3-on-2 opportunity. Dubois lost in the skates there. Low's in front. And here's the forecheck for the Spartans. Low had lost his stick, and here's Dubois. Oh, big hit there. Dubois as coming in to try and do some damage was Rask, but Dubois kept his head up and hit him right back. Things getting a little bit chippy as Sommer says, you know what, let's take a breather, everyone. Collect ourselves. Nice to see the offense helping out Leon Sommer, known for facing the most shots in the entire conference per game. And now the offense responding, saying, hey, we got your back, buddy. It's 3-2. As we watch that hit from Dubois. Just rocking number 23, Tien Rask. And here we go. Time, space. Oh my gosh, in the slot there. Narrowly missing the net was Douglas, the assistant captain for the Thunderbirds. Thought he was going to find the top corner. It's been open tonight. That one's slapped back in by Mathis. Thunderbirds looking to set things up. Up the ice here. Quickly dumped in. Sommer, he has to play it. Up and around. Is it going to escape? No. Here we are. Satrick Kang. Cross ice. Sommer taps that one out. Goes straight up into the stands. One lucky fan's going to have a souvenir. As Sommer preventing that cross crease opportunity. The dangerous customer back on the ice. Sam Huo looking at the net saying, you know what? I'm going to step into this face-off circle and let's try and get one back, boys. But for the Spartans, down but not out, and all of a sudden very close. Back within this one. Don't go anywhere. It's a 3-2 game in favor of UBC. Spartans scoring 2 unanswered goals after UBC scored 3 unanswered goals of its own. But here we go. Huo, little saucer pass over, cross ice. Sommer getting that one. Tipping it out, active stick. Great play. Brett Meerwald watching that one go around behind his crease. And here we go. Nearly a little time, space to operate, trying to shovel that one in front. Couldn't get it to go there. Spadafora trying to center that one back out. Can't make his way in. Spafford also pressing. Spadafora pressing a little bit, but he's going to get a breather here. As UBC, here they come. Here's McDonald. Blocker save, but back to McDonald. He keeps it alive for a moment, but it's going to be resetting for Skylar Cameron. And here we go, Skylar Cameron, head of steam, still has it. Going to dump and chase on his own accord. It's a Thunderbird, but UBC going to reset here. They got numbers. It's a 3-on-2 for a moment. Time, space, room to operate. Sticking out the pad there as Mutala was looking to get his hat trick. Only in the second period, he's an efficient worker, but Sommer up to the task, kicking out the leg. Here's Mutala once more. Beautiful pass, wide open in front. The puck was loose for a moment. Unable to corral and score, it was UBC. Kept alive though, however, as it's going to be whipped around. Here we go, UBC still pressuring. Great puck possession as the Spartans just trying to strip it away. Starting to lose energy, looking exhausted. And here we go, back out in front, covered for a moment. It was loose, but Sommer hops on that one as it was centered by UBC. Looking to regain a larger lead. Sash Mutala throwing that one in front. But Sommer pouncing on it, and now he wants to have a word with the officials saying, come on, there's lots of sticks hitting my glove. I'm just trying to get a face-off, ref. And for UBC, right now, a couple games left in the season, of course. We're going to be traveling to War Memorial. Doug Mitchell, as that one's thrown on net and gloved down easily by Brett Meerwald. It's going to be a home and home. So UBC, the next game, Trinity Western's going to travel down the Highway 1 to take on, at their house, Doug Mitchell, Thunderbird Center, as the Spartans will play UBC with a quick turnaround tomorrow night in Vancouver. So whether you're watching the women's game here at Langley Events Centre tomorrow or you want to watch the men tomorrow at Doug Mitchell, lots of hockey to take in this weekend. McMillan over to Whitaker. That one's thrown aside. Oh, here we go. They got numbers. Here's Rask. He was looking for Williams. Couldn't get a stick on it. Rask has it back again. He's going to whip it around Williams. Rask in there to help him out. Just pinched up against the boards. Taking a bit of a cross check there. No call. And here we go. Out for the Spartans. Going to dump it in. Looking for a line change. As Farron doing the dirty work. A little dump and chase to get a breather for his teammates. Back on that one and batted quickly out McDonald. Less than 10 minutes left in this one, and here we go. Coming in quickly, a little backhand. It's going to go wide. Slapped back on net. Sommer. Blocker save. And once again, UBC looking poised as a championship caliber team does. That one's a high clapper for McDonald. Gloved easily by Sommer. It's going to be a face-off in the offensive zone. Remaining calm. Bending but not breaking is UBC. All the great teams have that type of characteristic. You can get back in a game. They can absorb your body shots, and then they're going to have the response. As after surrendering 2 goals in just a span of a couple minutes, Thunderbirds threatening once more. Quick little breather here for both squads. It's been a relatively game of light work for Brett Meerwald. 3-3 on the season, 3 wins, 3 losses for the former Vancouver Giant. And as we've said earlier in the show, WHL Goaltender of the Year. Head coach Sven Butchenschon said he was happy to platoon going into this season, splitting time with Cole Schwebius, who's been the best goalie flat out in Canada West so far this season, because the nature of the rigorous back-to-back schedule, such a demanding physical sport like hockey, games on Fridays, games on Saturdays, you very rarely see that in the NHL, but it's just second nature in Canada West. Some great athletes who have to do so much work to stay in shape, focus on their conditioning as Sommer leaves the net. And you know what? It's going to be another power play opportunity for the Spartans coming up. And there we are. UBC regains possession for a moment. A lot of the damage so far being done by the Spartans, making a difference on these penalty kill or power play opportunities, as the captain is going to head to the sin bin for the Trinity Western University Spartans. They're going to go back to the power play. But the captain for UBC, Chris Douglas, he's going to have to sit for 2 minutes. And for the Spartans, if they can score here with 8 minutes and 37 seconds left in the second period, it's a whole new game. Buckle up, folks. We're going to have a great one down the stretch here. And here's Whitaker over to Lowe. He likes to operate on that left-hand side. A great playmaker, knows how to work with time and space. Christian Lowe back behind the net. Defensive pairing right now for the Spartans, creeping their way in. Here we go, Whitaker. He's got Lowe on the far side. Drops it off. Have to make a choice with it. Here's Christian Lowe, UBC. Containing the net, thrown on front, Christian Lowe. And here we go. Farron makes a move. He's already got one tonight, little head fake. He's going to drop it off quickly for Whitaker. Back to Whitaker from Lowe. There we are. Oh, can't do anything with it, as it's just going to be cleared calmly there. Unable to corral it or stop it, however, was Leon Sommer, killing a few seconds. Good dumping from UBC. Minute left in the power play. What could be done here? Almost drawing another penalty, but slipping was Whitaker. And here we go. Low, in. Make it move. Time, space. Back to Low. Couple bodies in front. What could be done with it? Here's Farron. Losing it for a second. That one's going to be stolen. Little odd man rush opportunity. But you know what? No penalty called there. Wright was falling for a moment for UBC. Somebody's going to play it. They got numbers. Thought about shooting it back up for a second, but instead Trinity's going to reset. 30 seconds left on this power play as Douglas for UBC, eager to get back on the ice. Have to work quickly. Trinity, 20 seconds left on the power play. Can they get another shot on goal? Precious time left in this one. Their best opportunities coming with the extra man on the ice. Whipped back around. 12 seconds left. Player in front. Here we go. Here's Dubois. That one goes wide off a leg. 5 seconds left on the power play. Here's May. Douglas back on the ice, racing in. Gonna have to let that one go. One-timer! Batted aside there. Meerwald. Standing at the top of his crease, cutting off the angle. Great job by the WHL veteran. And here we are trying to make a move. Lots of contact, bodies hitting the deck as Sammy May was trying to do something. There's Lambos. Oh, great little touch pass there. Pretty thing from UBC. Does not turn into anything, however, as the Thunderbirds looking to respond. That's going to be smacked back out as the Thunderbirds and Ben Keon were trying to muster something, but here comes Williams. We've said his name a lot tonight. Cross ice pass, that one nearly goes back in. Bat in front by Williams, the hand eye. Back and forth we go. It's a 3-on-2 for the Spartans. Time, space, toe drag, blocked away by Meerwald. And here comes Williams. Wismer, he's got a body in front. Rask. Kept alive by Sadra Kang. Things starting to open up a little bit as each team playing with time, space, and speed. For UBC, you feel like one more goal is essential to be the closer in this one because the Spartans are right on their heels right now. Down on the boards there is Wismer. Taking contact was Williams. He's down. Whitaker all over him. Excuse me, that was Schweitzer. Here we are, alone in the slot was Rask. Batted back down. Williams. Nice little pass. McDonald, that's a slap shot on net. Kicked aside there with Sommer. Great save there by Sommer. It was a quick little clap from Williams. Or from McDonald, rather. Hit that outstretched pad. That one's going to be icing. As sneaking in there was Mutala. Wasn't onside. It's going to go back into the UBC zone. 4 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the second period. Crucial minutes. They often say it's not how you start a period, it's how you end one. Can you carry forward that momentum into the final frame? A little bit more than 24 minutes of action left in this one. And if you're the Spartans, you're ready for this challenge right now. You came in 2-13-1, and you've taken it to UBC. And wouldn't this be great heading into a game-in, game-in matchup where you're going to have to go to Doug Mitchell tomorrow and try and pull off another upset if you can do so tonight. Taking the draw right now is number 91, Christian Lowe. In his second year of eligibility with the Spartans, such a big piece for this squad. Had some beautiful plays tonight for head coach Ben Walter. Mutala looking for a teammate. Pinched there. Center in front. Oh, near opportunity and slipping. Alone in the slot, Mutala thrown right into the breadbasket. Has cut it off the angle. With Sommer quickly out to the front of the crease to get that one. And if you're a scout watching games, you gotta love what the Austrian's capable of. So good at reading the game, able to keep your team alive, like we mentioned earlier in the show. I believe it was a span sometime last year when he stopped something like 93 out of 97 possible shots in a 2-game span, earning Canada West and U Sports Men's Hockey Player of the Week honors for the first time in program history, and again, only their 4th year in Canada West. So here we go. Here's Thorpe making a move. Wrister, that one almost picks the glove side corner. There's going to be a hook charged against the Spartans here. Second penalty they've taken tonight. Looking for a little bit of clarification as the Thunderbirds are going to go to the power play for the second time tonight. Spatafora saying, hey, inadvertently, stick got caught up a bit. As Thorpe narrowly missed that corner. Doesn't look like there was a ton of contact there. Spatafora's arms are up and say, hey, ref, we're in a close game here. What you calling? Nonetheless, it's a power play regardless. Mutala creeping his way in. Lee to Mutala. Time, space, shot on. It's blocked. Back to Mutala. Over to Lee. Cross ice, tipped away. Thunderbirds still threatening. Puck on a string, always from Mutala. Lee thrown back on that. It's tipped out. It stays behind net. Wraparound opportunity there for Rask. There we go. Little toe drag. How do you do? Doesn't go. We've seen some nifty dangles tonight, but missing the net there. Thunderbirds unable to capitalize. Huo. Time, space. Blocked aside there with Sommer. He was up to it. Ty Thorpe. He's been everywhere tonight except for the score sheet. Lee. Back to Lee. Over to Mutala. That one dips away. Almost up into the netting, but it's going to stay alive. Spartans waiting to get back to full strength. Here's Mutala. And here we are. 5-on-5 hockey's back. Killing off that penalty. So key with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in this second period. Tense moments for Trinity Western. We'll want energy right now as UBC is pressing. It's moved around. Mutala down into the slot. One-time opportunity. The Spartans able to clear it there as it's going to go down the ice. Icing called off on that one. Great kill for Trinity Western. And here's Douglas. Dropping it off. Keon unable to make a move. Spatafora is back on the ice. Here we are. Wide open in front. Can they do something with it? What a play! Spatafora back into the game, and he says, you know what? You got my back, Spafford. 3 unanswered goals for the Spartans. And would you look at that? Trinity Western back in it. Hold on to your seats, folks. 1 minute and 22 seconds before we go to intermission for the third period. And we got a ball game. Wow. Looked like he might have lost the handle, but Spafford knew exactly what he was doing the entire time as he left it off for Spatafora. The unselfish play. Looked like he was going to finish the dangle himself, but he said, you know what? You've just sat for 2 minutes, Luke. I'm going to give this one to you nice. And UBC stunned right now. Scored 2 goals in that first period, 1 early in the second, and right now the Spartans are back in it. And still threatening once more. Here we go. Whitaker on that. That one's tipped away. And here we go. 40 seconds left in the second period. UBC is pressing a bit. Spartans have to get it out of the zone. 2 attackers up. That one's going to be kept alive. This would be a backbreaker if it goes in. Spartans dodging a bullet. Here we go. 2-on-2 action. A little dump and chase. And here we are. Less than 20 seconds. Thunderbirds. They'd love to get one to end this period as that one falls, fortunately, back in for them. Spartans are going to try and kill some time. Don't want to surrender one late after clawing all the way back into this game. 6 seconds left on the clock here. And right now, just going to hold it up against the boards to kill some time, as it's going to expire, and that ends second period action. 3 straight goals for the Trinity Western University Spartans, fighting their way all the way back into this one. It's the timely saves of Leon Sommer and the equalizing goal from Luke Spadafora. We got 20 minutes left of hockey left. It's going to be about an 18-minute intermission. You're watching Canada West TV, presented by BioSteel. We'll see you for closing time here at Langley Events Centre. Welcome back inside Langley Events Centre. You're watching Canada West TV presented by BioSteel. We told you in the second period, don't go anywhere, and hopefully you're still joining us because we got a thriller down the stretch. 3 straight goals to open the game from UBC, and you know what? 3 goals right back for the Spartans as here they come. The equalizer coming off the stick of Luke Spadafora. He was in the sin bin for a 2-minute minor, came back on and scored courtesy a nifty little drop pass in the slot from Michael Spafford. Can the Spartans get one more? Will UBC regain the lead that they had? We'll see. Off and running we are out to the point. Here's Lee, wrist shot. It goes wide. Matula, 2 goals to his name already. Wouldn't he like the Hattie? Still kept alive, Lee. Tipped wide behind the net, bouncing in front. Good early pressure there from the Thunderbirds. And there you have it. The hat trick. Sasha Mutula, not who you want to leave alone in the slot. And that is 3 goals. He entered tonight with a team lead 18 points. And right now, he's got 21 points to his name, courtesy of that hat trick. The puck was down low, and he circled back in front. And finding him all alone was Jacob Wright. Right, normally the goal scorer for this team, leading the Thunderbirds with 9 goals of his own, but now it's Sasha Mutula. Bringing UBC back out in front, and you know that's what they were talking about during that intermission entering this third period. Let's get this one back. We know we got the firepower. We just have to set things up offensively. And back again to the Thunderbirds. Sadra Kang keeping it in. Rask working around a couple Spartans. And once again, they're on the comeback trail. Worked so hard to score 3 straight goals. Here's the 3-on-2. Can they get it on net? Dubois slapped back around. Landon Fuller trying to do something with it. Not doing, however. Here's Lowe on the forecheck. Barron, that's going to be offside. That's trying to get back into the play. A little bit slow on it, though, unfortunately. Aiden Stanke. Lots of hockey still. 18 minutes to go. A little bit of a momentary sigh of relief for head coach Sven Butchensson for UBC. But you know what? There's still going to be those 18 minutes, like we said, and the Spartans have proven they can come all the way back, down just a goal. Let's see what they got in the tank. Here's Latimer. He's been active tonight, playing with speed. Quickly up the ice here. Tapped back. Latimer, glove down for a moment. Haven't heard much from Huo tonight, but Latimer we have. Shoots that one net. Looks like it might be between the pads. And it is. Squaring up Latimer was Leon Sommer. Another save for him. Slow to get up for the Spartans is Aiden Stanke as he tried to contain Latimer. Slid into the boards hard. He's going to skate it off. Into the face-off circle for UBC's number 15, Scott Atkinson. Squaring up against Mateo Lamoureux. It's won by Atkinson. Smith. Over to Douglas. And here we go. Douglas. Time, space. Throw it on net. It doesn't go. Goes wide, but Douglas has it on his stick once more. Spartans facing great pressure right now from UBC. Fighting for it. Still can't get it out. Douglas in the slot. He throws it on net. Hits a body. Goes out for a moment. Icing's going to be waved off on this one. Both teams full line change Waiting for his teammates to get back into it is number 9, Matthew Smith. Setting up the attack. Here he comes. Smith into the zone. Quickly up. Dump and chase action there for the Spartans as Farron, goal to his name tonight. Can't keep it in. And here we go. Oh, just wide was Christian Lowe. Courtesy of that pass from Farron. Lowe had set up Farron earlier tonight, trying to pay back his teammate. Unable to make it happen. And here's Thorpe. That's one nifty dangle. Tries to do a little saucer pass off the backhand. It doesn't go. But UBC regaining possession. Mutala over to right. Whipped back around there. As Keon doing a good job of controlling things. It's back on his stick. Keon across the ice. Trying to shovel it in front there is Caden Satrakang. And there it is. Little jam job. Can't go as Ty Thorpe. He's been everywhere tonight. There's a knuckle puck. Hits a body in front and it's off to the side. Public enemy number 1, Mutala. He's got the hat trick to his name, and you know what? He might be good for a 4th. Spartans can't get it out. Wide open in front. Hits a leg. And the Spartans are able to clear it. Doesn't go too far as Farron kind of fanned on that one. Williams dancing around. Turning players into decoys as that one's thrown on that tip. It goes wide. Williams back on it. So good at getting deep in the zone. UBC back to Williams. Throws it on Sommer. He kicks it aside. Back to Lee. Back on net again. Tip down from Rask. That's going to be an icing if it goes all the way. Might be on net. Nope. No touch icing called. Spartans unable to complete the change as great pressure continues here with 14 minutes and 29 seconds left to go here in the third and final frame here at Langley Events Centre. If you joined us in the second period or you've been watching the entire game, it's been a fun one. I'm Andrew Saver here on the call as you watch Canada West TV. And the Spartans entering with that 2-13-1 record. UBC 10-5-0-1. And for the Spartans, they've played up to the reigning Canada West champs who took down Calgary in last year's Canada West Championship before falling to McGill at Nationals. And for the Spartans, a bright sign for this young program as Toe Drake score! My goodness, how do you do? Breaking his way in there for the Thunderbirds as Sam Hua. What a play from Huo. All the way in uncontested and going top shelf where Mama keeps the cookies. Sam Huo. Little toe drag. 1, 2, stop and go. Nothing Sommer could do about that one. Sam Huo just undressed the defense and found the top corner. And the Spartans starting to unravel here. A 2-goal deficit as Sam Huo has such great size. Showing off the hands on that recent play. Spartans are going to have a response. And who else? Here we go. And that one tapped aside for a moment, but quickly batted out as Spatafor was threatening. But Meerwald able to make the save when it matters most for UBC. 5-3 this lead right now. Just over 13 minutes left to go. Into the zone of the Spartans. Barron, he's got some space. Playing with some urgency. They got to make their move and they got to make it now. There we go, Whitaker. Can he throw it on net? He's going to tap it back down for Cameron. He's going to reset. Whitaker to the point, and it's going to spill out all the way back down the ice. Thrown back out here. And here's Farron. Full line change for UBC. Fresh set of legs. Farron coming in, takes a hip check. Excuse me, that was Cameron. Here we are. He's got space. He's got to let it fly. There he goes. Great glove save, Brett Meerwald. He knows the lighting in this building. He's looking quite at home, settling in. A little bit of a shaky second period for Brett. But you know what? That was a huge scoring chance. And he gloved that one down as Cameron looking to lead things in from the point for Trinity Western. UBC is going to be able to clear this one. Here's Matula making space. A little drag and drop over to Lee. Thrown back on net. That one just hit a stick in front. Thorpe creating traffic. Dubois staying close to Lee. On the forecheck. Lee bursts past him. Up to right. Trinity Western got to get this one deep. Can they keep it in? Here we go. Oh, a little bit too hot. There was Dubois. Throws it in front. Goes to the far side for Thorpe. UBC's going to recover. Spartans have had their chances. Most recently, Skylar Cameron. Biggest save of the game there a couple moments ago for Brett Meerwald. Lambos. He's got a Spartan on him. Take it into the glass there. Rask. Can't get it either. Thrown back on net, tipped away. Meerwald's dropped his stick, and he's going to regain it as the Thunderbirds clear the zone. Here's Rask. Great body control, throws it in front. No one's there. Wismer and Rask, good chemistry tonight. Doing a good job of getting deep puck possession. And here's Williams. Couple bodies in front, thrown in. Wismer can't do anything with it. Smith over to Williams. Smith again. Thrown back. Tapped around a little bit. Spartans trying to get this one out, but UBC is pressuring. Little dump and chase action. That one looks like it's going to be icing. Unfortunate there. Lamoureux was giving chase to it, but it's going to be called all the way back into the defensive zone. 5-3 with 10:36 left in this one. As UBC will going to get the dagger. One more goal, and it could spell good night for your Trinity Western University Spartans. And to UBC's credit, they lost the lead, but came out firing 2 quick goals to open this final frame. Setting up the attack are the Thunderbirds. That one hits a linesman, and for Trinity Western, really looking to try and set up in the offensive end. A couple dump and chase opportunities without the opportunity to get true deep puck possession. As here we go. Spafford blocked by Keon, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Going to be a face-off in the offensive zone. Sporadic opportunities for the Spartans tonight, but they've made the most of it. We've seen great play from Luke Spadafora, Spafford as well, Christian Lowe, Dane Dubois, the leading scorer for this team last year. Had a quiet season overall. Boy, do they ever need him now. 1 goal and 4 assists to his name so far this year. It'd be a great time for him to get on the board. Here's Dubois. Pressuring on the forecheck. Couple stick lifts not doing. Here's UBC. 3 men up for the Spartans. For UBC, just killing a little bit of time here. Waiting for the press. Dubois. He's going to do the honors of pressuring. Has to advance the play. Oh, Spartans unable to get that one back as Atkinson zooms in. That one goes off a leg and wide. Here's Atkinson once more. Playing with great speed. Swung around. Here's Lee. Thrown on net. Tipped. Sommer was able to get that one after it was tipped in front by number 37, Chris Douglas, the captain. And we got a couple helmets off Some rough stuff as Douglas, who's already sat in the penalty box tonight, was mixing it up with Jurgenite for the Spartans. Douglas is going to skate off. Cooler heads typically prevail. Couple pleasantries, making dinner plans post-game. Couple appetites worked up as Jurgenite and Douglas talking things over. And the Spartans have been poised tonight. They fell down into that 3-0 hole, fought their way back into this one. It's a question of, can they make their run, and can they make it now? They need to get to within one. Typically, you'd pull that goalie in the last couple minutes of the game. If you're down 2, you probably have to do it a little bit sooner, 3 minutes or less. It's risky. It occasionally pays off. The game's not out of reach quite yet. UBC wants to administer that final blow. One more goal should do it. But for the Spartans, sticking around, a great game overall. Into the face-off circle. Here are one by the Thunderbirds. Here's Lee. Done a great job of keeping things under control from the point tonight. Puck back on his stick again. The assistant captain, Lee, dumps it around. Behind the net. Quickly taken there by Cameron. He had a scoring chance recently. And here we go for the Spartans into the zone. Going to set things up. Here's Cameron. Can he get it on net? He throws it, but squaring him up there is Meerwald. Stopping that one, absorbing it. No rebound opportunity. So important late in the game, preventing those second chances in and around the net. Meerwald squaring up to Cameron. Great job by UBC. Cutting off the angle as Cameron trying to dart to the outside. Didn't have a lot to shoot at. Shot that puck straight into the logo. Here's Dubois into the face-off circle. Wins it right back. Blocked by UBC, and here they come. Breakaway opportunity. Could this be the fourth for Matula in toe drag? Stopped by Sommer. Big save by the Austrian. No penalties called on the play. Got just enough of that one, and that could have been the end of it. And here we go for the Spartans. Little toe drag, little touch pass, and here we go. Time, space, Fuller. Couldn't find a body there, and that one's going to go all the way out. Matula fighting for it. He is just everywhere tonight. Sasha Matula. Such a thrill to watch. You thought he might have had his fourth goal of the game, but Sommer standing tall. Less than 8 minutes left to go here for the Spartans. They'd love to get one goal in the next couple of minutes. And here we go, breakaway opportunity! Nearly there. Didn't exactly turn into a breakaway as it was spilling out to the side. Puck hit a couple bodies and ended up in the hands for Trinity Western. Couldn't make much of it there as breaking in was Lamoureux. Tried to bank it off the back leg of Meerwald. Didn't quite get enough on it, unfortunately. As we watch that save again from Sommer. Playing that stand-up style, didn't fall into the butterfly too quickly. I like it, a little bit old-fashioned. Almost tried to bait the deke and then came back out in front to cut off the angle on the shot from Matula. And here we go for the Spartans. Puck's out wide, a little bit too hot. But good dump and chase opportunity there as Lee going to poke it around a little bit. But the forecheck's still on for the Spartans. Williams is going to have to cycle it around. Hits a stick, and here come the Thunderbirds. Into the zone for UBC. Taking up valuable seconds off the clock. as the Spartans just looking to hang around right now. Wismer and Williams and Rask putting on lots of pressure. A key forward line for this UBC core. Williams fending off a couple of checks. But right there was Spatafora. He's going to flick it out. A little bit of a line change for Trinity Western, and they're going to reset. Rask back to Smith. McDonald over to Smith. Latimer, drop pass, stick lift. Spartans, what do they got? Here they are, into the offensive zone. Trying to throw it on net. No bodies there. Just out, and here we go. Latimer, he's played with some flash tonight. Taken down there as Cameron took down Latimer. And here we go, into the slot. Time, space, glove save. What a play there by Sommer. As coming in and looking for his second goal of the night was Sam Huo. Sam Huo, very impressive to watch. He's got that big frame. Formerly with Tri-City in the WHL, standing 6'5", a towering and imposing force. Truly the quintessential power forward that plenty of coaches in Canada West would love to have on their team. And someone who is certainly a big part of any potential Canada West championship or even U Sports championship playoff run that UBC hopes to muster this year. In with a burst of speed. Coming in is Lowe, one of the fastest skaters on the ice for the Spartans, potentially the fastest. Quickly reset. Fuller, puck in a string, he still has it. Can't get off a backhand. They're going to cycle it around. Ends up back in the hands of Fuller. UBC trying to clear it. Dubois on the forecheck. UBC, patience pays off. They're able to get this one out. Here comes Latimer. Time and space to operate. Bodies hitting the deck as Huo just decks Dubois, who was trying to take him down. That's a tall task. That's going to be icing, but it's going to be potentially a race for it. Not doing, however, as Lowe was unable to get the step on number 24 for UBC. Jake Lee coming back on that one. Dangerous moments here for the Spartans. Tense ones at that. 4 minutes, 58 seconds left to play here at Langley Events Centre. Spartans got to strike back, and they have to do it now. Here's Lee coming back in. One of the most offensive-oriented defensemen that you'll see on this Thunderbirds squad. So good at controlling the pace of play and getting pucks on net. Sommer, that's a tough one. He's going to have to scramble back into the crease. Thrown back, that one hits a stick and it's going to go up into the netting. Face-off stays in the defensive zone for the Spartans. UBC and the Spartans both going to do a quick little change here. That recent shot coming from Atkinson, who's been active tonight. Shots on goal for UBC, 40-17. Sommer, no stranger to being overworked when it comes to the tall tasks that he faces night in, night out. The busiest goalie in terms of shots on goal statistics in the Canada West Conference. Oh, near backhand opportunity there. It goes wide for Douglas. But with Sommer, you know he wouldn't have it any other way, and another save is 41st of the night for Sommer. That's a high stick there. Oh, no, not called. But for Sommer, for goaltender, you'd always rather be busier than you are not busy, because it helps you get yourself into the game, get focused. And here come the Spartans, a little dump and chase. What can they do? Ball, and the puck takes a weird bounce off the stick of Matteo Lamoureux. Brett Meerwald has no choice but to cover it up. Less than 4 minutes left to play. 41 shots on goal for UBC. Busy night for Sommer. He likes it that way. 18 and 3 allowed by Brett Meerwald. searching for his game a little bit this season, coming in after finishing up his eligibility with the Vancouver Giants. UBC able to clear the zone. Here's Thorpe. Fast and dangerous. Little draw pass. Shot wide. As coming in, Ty Thorpe dropped it off for Jacob Wright in the slot. Thought he saw daylight. But it tips off a stick and goes straight into the netting. Ty Thorpe, so quick, so assertive. Great at getting his teammates involved. Avoiding checks as they come. A big part of this team for head coach Sven Butchenshawn. In his 9th season for UBC. Oh, dangerous pass there for Schweitzer. Nearly taken away by UBC, but it's going to be back in. Couple bodies in. Keep your eye on Sommers, that extra attacker coming. Here we go. Can Cameron get it on net? This could be the time to do it. Reset in a cycle. Lots of pressure here. Spartans. Here we go. Oh, and that one. Did it come outside? Fuller talking to the linesman saying, I thought that puck was still on the blue paint. Was it shot into the netting off a stick? No. It's going to go outside the blue line for a face-off outside the zone. Sommer still in the crease. You know, that extra attacker opportunity might be around the corner for Trinity Western. When's the yank going to come from Ben Walter? Here we go. Have to establish deep zone possession. Whitaker to Dubois. Can he get it in? Dumped around. Farron going to try and contest. Keep it in, but UBC dumping it out for a moment. Still alive. And here we go. Who else but Rask? Great job of back checking for him. Quickly up front. That could have been the dagger, but it's poked away if it had gone. Here we go. Christian Lowe. Little toe drag opportunity. In alone. Oh my goodness. That could have been such a well-timed goal for the Spartans just when they needed it most. But it goes wide. Sommers out of the crease. Extra attackers on. 6-on-5 for the last 2 minutes of play. UBC with an opportunity to end it if they can get the empty net goal. Spartans into the zone. Slapped around, and here we go. Can they get one? Whitaker, wide open. Might have made a mistake on that one. Navigates around to check. Going to go for broke as it's dumped down the entire ice. That's going to be icing. Lee thought he might have had an opportunity to shoot that the full distance, but it's going to come all the way back. 90 seconds. The Thunderbirds nursing a 5-3 lead as we watch this replay. The best recent opportunity for the Spartans. Couldn't get that one to go as Dubois tried to bank it off the skate of Lee. The assistant captain of this Thunderbird squad. Big minutes from him tonight, and they're going to need a little bit more out of him. In the slot. Farron. Reset. Spatafora. Slapping it around. Lee. Keeping it around, killing big minutes. Rask. He's staring at an empty cage. And this is going to end it as Rask passes it right off. And that's going to be an easy goal. Doesn't come any easier than that when it comes down to empty net opportunities for Jack Wismer. And that's going to be all she wrote. 6-3 for UBC. Able to fight off what was a big game for the Spartans. 3-3 entering the third period against one of the leaders in the West Division of Canada West in the conference overall. With the loss tonight, the Spartans are going to fall to 2-14-1 on the season. 17 games played. They're going to have an opportunity to avenge themselves tomorrow night at Doug Mitchell, like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. UBC going to improve to 11-6, 0-1. Last minute of play here in the third period. UBC looking to really put their stamp on this one. That one doesn't go. Latimer almost got his first of the night. Back again are the Thunderbirds. Fought off there. Opportunity for Trinity Western. Shot on net. Big save there for Meerwald. Spartans not letting up here. Another opportunity. Blocked away. Big forechecking minutes there for Jeremy Klessens. Here's Latimer. Inside out. Tipped away. He's pulled a few fancy moves tonight. That one. Icing's going to be waved off. And here we go. Time and space to operate. Can't get that shot off, unfortunately, for the Spartans. And that's going to wrap this one up. 6-3 victory for the UBC Thunderbirds in a home and home. For those who want to drive down to Doug Mitchell, take a quick little trip down Highway 1. You can catch the rematch of this weekend battle as the Spartans are going to look to get revenge. They proved tonight that they're able to hang with UBC. It was 3-3 with 20 minutes left to play, but 3 unanswered goals from UBC in the third period are able to wrap this one up. Join us tomorrow night, though, for another home game broadcast as the Trinity Western University Spartans take on the UBC Thunderbirds women's program. Puck drop's going to be at 7 p.m. We hope to see you there. Great year for both those teams vying for playoff contention. We'll see you at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. You've been watching Canada West TV, presented by BioSteel. I'm Andrew Savory, and for everyone else in the booth, thanks so much, and have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.